Alright, meeting minutes from last month. The minutes were accepted. October minutes will be accepted tonight due to myself missing the October's meeting. So tonight's minutes, November 3rd and October 6th will be accepted tonight if you guys accept them. Okay, so the water report was read by Jeff. Hydrants have been flushed. Jackson and Walmart are still not great. We'll let things settle for a month or two and then we will flush them out again. Water project has officially started. Come spring, the foundation for the new water tower will start. We'll need to figure out what color the water tower will need to be and designs. The former police squad car need to vote to strike it from our records and vote to dispose of it. Jeff motions, Tony Smith seconds. Jeff motions to dispose of the car via sealed bids. We will start accepting sealed bids on November 4th and will end at the start of our next town meeting. I kind of messed that up, you see that. Police report, there was nothing major, just small complaints. With no further business, the meeting was adjourned.
I'll motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. October 6th minutes, we've all read those. So we can go ahead and, I'll motion to accept the previous month's minutes.
Okay, so
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Water report. Total water usage for the November 25th, for November 25 was 1,419,000 gallons, compared to last month's usage of 1,681 gallons, meaning we pumped 262,000 gallons less. The average daily usage was 47,000 gallons. I'm going to paraphrase the rest of this here. When we did the lead line survey, they now say that anybody that has galvanized lines, we have to send a letter out to you saying that you have galvanized lines and it may have lead in it. Before it was optional, so we didn't, and because we've never had lead in our system, and then they decided, well, it's no longer optional. Okay, I'm just going to go down the list here on the meeting minutes, make sure we cover everything.
You just need to send that out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got it.
I see what you're doing.
Water report, hydrants, anything else we had here? As we did have a meeting with the contractors for the tower, it's going to be tank white. It will be the main color. It has to do with UV. I'm not going to try to even get into the specifics of that. But if we went with a darker color, it doesn't have enough UV protection.
Severely limit the life of the coating.
Yeah.
So.
We went with what would last long.
Something on it though, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a surprise for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, well, it'll be double-sided with the Perrysville, and we're working on what else we can put on there. I'll leave it at that because nothing's finalized yet.
If you have suggestions, we're open.
Yeah.
I just think a maroon eagle would be neat, especially on the way.
Artwork is not 100% sure what they can do for like artwork, like an eagle. We did ask. They're just not sure.
We'll,
What am I looking at?
we're gonna find out though, because we're working on an eagle.
No, we don't need that. Don't need that.
Do you? No, we already figured that out. Never mind.
Okay. 26 meeting dates. January 5th, February 2nd, March 2nd, April 6th, May 4th, June 1st, July 6th, August 3rd, September 14th, October 5th, November 9th, December 7th.
Did all those fall on the first Saturday, or first Monday.
All of them.
No, September's didn't, but only that's Labor Day.
Okay.
So I pushed that. November 9th, there's a reason, I don't know if November 9th is is the first Monday or if there's a holiday on that
So
day.
I'll
It wouldn't be the first Monday.
I don't know. Let me look.
That'd be the first, no, that'd be the second Monday.
What's the first Monday?
First Monday is the first,
November 2nd?
second, yeah.
Is it cause that's a day before election and they'll probably be setting up the machines and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
so September and November will be the only two not on the first Monday.
We've never done this before. Do we need to accept these or just?
I mean, if you want to, I'm gonna put them on the door for 2026, so I don't have to remind myself to do it every
Well,
month.
I'll motion that these are their meeting minutes for next year.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Here we go. We have that set. Is there anything in this stack that we have to vote on? I thought this was all our bills.
Yeah, those are just all the claims and payroll.
Okay.
What about renting this building
Yes.
for next year?
Go ahead.
We're just gonna, we're talking about just voting to rent this building for our meetings for next year again. So, and I think we pay the Legion $100 a month. So, what do you guys think?
I'm fine with it
We don't have much of an option unless we wanna do it outside.
until we get our own building.
That's right.
All right, I'll motion to rent the building again.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, before I open it, anything else? I guess we'd plenty afterward. All right, sealed bids. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sealed bids for the cop car. Proceeds from the cop car will go back to the public safety fund, where the purchase came from to begin with. I got it.
Is it?
It's exciting.
All right, I'm gonna just read the bid amounts. I'm not gonna read who they're from.
Patty, if you want it, you gotta take it home tonight.
All right. One bid, $578.18. It's a very specific
It's a
number.
very specific number.
Wow.
That's from a company. That's why.
Okay.
That's
Alright, that's,
I'm guessing they do that for every police vehicle out there. Okay, yeah, I'm having issues here. She's afraid of us.
I know, I'm like over here, kind of.
can Misty open them for you?
That might be a better idea. My hands are all shaky today. $1,527.52.
Okay.
I guess these people wanted to be very specific,
Hey,
huh?
just a question, if the highest bidder backs out,
It would
is
go
it goes to the next bidder?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just
We
curious.
have to retain all these, just in case.
I didn't know how that worked.
$800. Don't worry, Misty, I haven't cut anybody yet today.
That's a good thing.
$568. That must be what it's worth in scrap value or something, because that's.
It's got a new battery in it.
Tires are worth more than that. $850. a barely sealed bid.
You know, that was mine. You don't have to do that one if you don't want to.
$600.
It's just a check. It's for $250. That's the last one.
$250. Okay, that would put the winning bidder at $1,527.52.
They wrote it, check, how's that work?
Oh,
I didn't know. I've never bid on anything before.
she didn't read the instructions.
Okay.
I wasn't here.
Oh, you put a bid on it? Oh,
We'll take your check.
just go ahead and cash that check anyway.
Okay,
Donation.
So who won it?
we'll read that.
Okay,
Jessica Todd is the winning bidder.
okay.
Do you have a phone number? Let's see what the back happened to be.
I'm gonna put that on these blank envelopes. All this.
Yeah, okay. So one of us will get them contacted, probably it's best for you to do it, Misty, because then you can arrange when they can come pick it up. Let us know when they want to too, that setting this cold, it might need to jump. What's it? Is that all the town business we have?
We need to talk about dogs.
Oh, yeah, we have been receiving a lot of complaints in the last little bit about, I'm just gonna say specific dogs. And we've had some proposals of what to do about them. It's been proposed. Licensing has been proposed. With mandatory education has been proposed. Quantity limits has been proposed to us. Basically, we had, I mean, you know, we this has been an ongoing problem, you guys know. It's been ongoing for the last couple years. We've had, you know, attacks, general nuisance. Had people get pinned in their cars by dogs. People pinned in their apartment by dogs. Most recently, the dog jumped the fence into somebody's yard and was going after their dogs. I don't know what our right answer is.
And I don't even know what we can actually enforce, because that's technically enforced through the county. I mean, we can put town ordinances in.
Yeah, we can.
But if there is an issue with the dog, we've got to call the county to come deal with it. And we've called the county before, and they just say, cool.
Yeah, I mean, we did put in the ordinance, is it 2 years ago now? That levied higher fines, but, you know, you've got to contact the police department has to be involved. Which my understanding is the police department didn't get involved this last time, so I'm not 100% sure with Troy not being here. I don't know if he can tell us about it. He happened to be on vacation the week that it happened, so he found out about it from me. So if anybody has some suggestions on what would be a good course of action to stop this, we would be more than happy to listen.
So Riley Yost was going to be here tonight. She's not here.
She's sick.
She's sick. Bear with me. She kind of wrote this up as a proposal. It's a basic dog licensing system. It would require each dog in town to be registered once a year with current contact information and proof of rabies vaccination. This will help us know who the dogs belong to and which house. It also allows the town to quickly identify repeat offenders instead of treating every offense like it's first time. She also wants to suggest chipping the dogs as part of the licensing process. Even if it starts as a recommendation rather than a requirement, the chips allow loose dogs to be identified immediately, which means the town doesn't have to guess who owns the dog, and the pet can be returned without delay. This is especially important in situations where dogs are roaming and involved in aggressive incidents. Knowing exactly whose dog it is prevents confusion and speeds up responses. We could even offer a low-cost microchip clinic. She said she could help with the vet and setting that up to make it accessible to everyone. Very simple. She's suggesting a very simple dog database. This can be managed by the town clerk, or she is willing to manage it. This is just a log of licensed dogs, roaming complaints, and any aggressive incidents. Sorry. That way we can track patterns, follow up with consistency, and prevent problems from getting worse. Third, we need to be clear. We need to have a clear enforcement process. Something like first roaming incident is a written warning and education. Second would be citation and proof of issue has been corrected. Third would be possible impound if nothing changes. For aggressive behavior, there would be an immediate response requiring secure containment. This isn't about punishment, it's about public safety and preventing future harm. Before enforcement begins, a recommended 60-day grace period and education period. That gives everyone time to comply and keep the approach community friendly. Last, she would like to offer her support as a trainer. She's willing to help in any way with the town's needs, whether it's creating educational material, assisting in responsible ownership resources, or supporting residents who receive warnings so we prevent issues instead of just reacting to them. She's also more than willing to help with any dog-related efforts in the town that the town takes on, whether it involves planning, education, community events, or establishing any kind of systems.
I will say the ordinance that we passed a couple years ago does actually have a very clear path of how do I want to put this, fines and punishment for dogs roaming, dogs attack, etc. That it starts out with a fine and then ends with the dog being disposed of if it's a violent dog. So we have that covered.
Which I think the problem, just being realistic, anybody that has dogs knows your dog's eventually going to get out, runs past the door, jumps the fence, whatever. Gage gets out every couple of months, runs around looking for someone to play fetch with. I don't think those are the incidents that anybody wants a dog impounded over. It's just the aggressive dog attacking dog attacking people. But how do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line?
The ordinance covers all that. I just want to mention again, I've mentioned before, a lot of things we want to make ordinances on only affect a few people. And a lot of us are very responsible and don't need that put on us, because
Right.
we're already responsible. I feel like we're being punished for somebody else's indiscretion or mess up.
I don't disagree.
And so I think the ordinance covers most all that.
Yeah.
And if we're going to handle dogs like this, what about other animals?
Like cats.
Yeah. I mean, the
Where do you
ordinance.
draw the line? Most people are responsible.
I completely
and so
agree.
This is more or less something put on responsible people, because irresponsible people aren't going to do anything about about it anyway.
They're not gonna do it anyway. That's a good point.
It's just like, you know, I'm a gun owner. But I don't want irresponsible people to have them,
Right.
you know?
Yeah,
I agree.
I have nothing against Riley's proposal. But is it necessary? Should it be necessary?
I don't know, outside of the tracking issue, but, I mean, we pretty well know whose
We
dogs
know,
are a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, if they're issued a citation, we should definitely document that.
yeah, that's our police department should be doing that.
So who issues the like,
So Troy
how's
would,
that issued?
Troy would issue the ordinance violation. It's technically not a fine, it's an ordinance violation
Okay.
because it's a town ordinance. If it was a county law or something like that, then, well, actually, when a county it becomes an ordinance violation, the state law, things like that are a fine. So for us, it's a ordinance violation. It's enforceable differently. And they can be enforced by the county judge. So it would be paid through the judge, and then the money would come to the town. Not that the money's ever. I mean, I'd rather we never have one, and therefore never have a problem. But unfortunately, we're having more and more of a problem, and it's the same dogs. I mean, the other dogs that were an issue has been resolved.
How much is the ordinance, how much is the
It goes up to, I think the maximum was 500.
500?
I think that's the maximum. I don't have it in front of me.
So
to
does
know.
Troy need to be called when an incident happens?
Yes.
That's the thing. I think we need to set a process. Here's your protocol. If we have an issue, here's your protocol of you need to call Troy. Troy needs to come out, assess the situation, and then an ordinance violation needs to be handed out.
So the problem we've been having, not this incident, but the previous incident, they didn't call the sheriff's department to call Troy. They texted me through Messenger. And I had to get a hold of Troy, and I'm relaying, and actually it was, the person texted their aunt, who then texted me. So then I had to text Troy and say, hey, he gets up here and he's trying to find what's going on, and it was raining, nobody wanted to come outside and talk to him. So I believe that time it never even, the dog eventually just ran away back home, and so there was nothing for Troy to prove. That's the problem. We need, if you have a problem, you've got to call, you have to be the one to call it in. This last issue, I guess they called their neighbor, who just happens to be a deputy sheriff, and so he called it in. They got a sheriff's deputy out here now. Like I said, Troy was on vacation, so he didn't get notified of it. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm lost on what to do on this. It's been an ongoing problem. I don't want to keep putting it on, like Patty said. Why do we put it on responsible people?
I don't disagree, but if we got an ordinance, we need to know how to use it, and we have to use it.
What's the numbers down there? 3737 and 3838?
I can't remember.
There's a 39 in there, but one of them used to be the gun shop, so I don't know which ones are which now.
Literally, you could just dial 911.
Yeah.
It takes you to the same people. Just one's non-emergency, one's emergency. And frankly, a dog coming after
I was
you,
going to say,
attacking
if it's a
you,
dog attack situation, I'd say that's a 911 situation anyway.
that is an emergency.
So,
I mean, I would encourage anybody, if you got an issue with that, just dial 911. Dog bites you, dial 911. Dog comes in your yard, attacking your animals, same thing.
so we have a system in play already. I guess we just need to make it clear on how it works. You're gonna have to call
911.
911, get an officer out here to make a report. That way, an ordinance violation can be handed out, and it sounds like it's multi-layer. I'll look it up, and
I mean, even if Troy's not the one that responds, he'll get notified of it because it happened here, and he can come back afterward and issue the violation.
okay.
But you still get an officer here first.
Right.
Yeah, an officer, would show up, and then the investigating officer, which would be Troy, because he's our local, would come out and issue any fines or citations, ordinance violations, etc.
Which makes sense. I mean, anything you're gonna issue a fine, you're gonna have to have an officer involved. It can't just be he said, she said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just table the topic from there, I guess.
Yeah.
If she
Yeah,
wants to.
Just let people know, call 911 if you get attacked by a dog. Or your dog
Yeah.
gets attacked by a dog,
Yeah.
call 911.
Do we have anything else that we need to cover?
We talked about the tank colors.
No, we already covered that.
That's what I said. We talked
Yeah.
about that.
Does anybody else have anything for us? Okay. Seeing nothing else, I will motion we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye.